You know how Jack Harlow like reps Kentucky? Like he's like, I'm a Kentucky rapper making it for Kentucky. Do you feel that same responsibility or not at all?
No, but I understand why Jack was like. I mean, obviously, I know Jack.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Wait, can you tell that story? Like when?
oh, of how we met?
Yeah.
Okay, so, oh wow, this is actually good stuff. So,
Yeah, clip this.
when I lived in Kentucky, I used to get off school every day at like 3 and then drive an hour away to Louisville. My
Okay.
like junior year of high school, I want to say it was first started making music.
Is that like
And
the main city in Kentucky?
Well, we have Lexington as well, but
Okay.
Louisville is kind of there's like an art hub and there's
Cool.
good music, like great people, like cool art that comes from there. So everything. So
It was like LA and Orange County.
Yeah, like,
exactly. Yeah.
that's
So
perfect.
I lived in some like rinky dink ass like place in Kentucky,
Yeah.
but I would drive there. So I just started making music. And I knew I'd known from like seeing other people self promo that nobody wants to hear your like fucking shitty ass music. So I was like,
Damn.
okay, so how am I gonna like advance my career while not being like a cornball and being like,
Oh shit, yeah.
like this is what I do, bro. Like check out my SoundCloud. So I bought a camera and I started going to rap shows in Kentucky to take pictures of people.
Oh, that's right.
And I was buying like I was just
You were like Lil Xan.
it was just a Polaroid. It was just a Polaroid camera. And I used to get cool, like I would get like anime film or like Disney
Yeah.
film, and because people wanted them
Yeah,
like
that's
bad. So I was meeting all these people, and I'd like somewhat heard of Jack Harlow because I used to work in the Highlands in Louisville. I guess anyone listening from Louisville would know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like a place where like a lot of like art. It's like an art hub, I would
Yeah.
say.
Cool, yeah.
Like area. So I worked there, and from being there a lot, I had like heard of this kid Jack Harlow, who at the time probably had like 6,000 followers like on Instagram.
What year is this? Like
2016 or
Got it.
17.
Wow.
And so I was taking these pictures for people, and I started to like hear about this guy like Jack Harlow, like he's rapping, he makes mixtapes, all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I need to like meet this guy because he like sounds cool, and I want to like take pictures of him and like show him my music, like, whatever.
Yeah.
So I didn't end up meeting him for like that whole year, and I was going to this party with one of my friends, and I was telling her, I was like, damn, like it sucks that like I feel like I've like met everybody and seen everything except like I haven't met this dude. Like I bet like we'd be friends. Like he seems like such a nice guy, whatever. And we get to this party, and like knock on the door, like we're about to walk inside, and he answers
Damn,
the door.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he's wearing a Brad Paisley, who's like a country artist shirt, and I was wearing a Kenny Chesney shirt. And instantly, like, we were like, oh, bro, like,
No way.
that shirt is crazy, like,
Yeah.
whatever. So we start talking about whatever, and we don't talk about music at all. We talk for probably like an hour. And then at the
Oh.
end, I was like, yo, I know you like make music and stuff, like, shit is cool. And I was like, I make music too. And he was like, word, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm gonna go home. So like maybe 2 days goes by, or no, actually, so that night, even though I felt like it didn't go super well at first, I sent him my music anyways. I sent a link to it. I was like, oh, this is it. If you want to like check it out, I like met you at the party. 2 days later, he responds and he was like, bro, this shit is hard. Like,
You remember what you sent him? Any songs that are out still?
yeah, it was the first song I made. It's called Lil Shooda.
The first
Lord,
song you made.
Lord forgive me, but yeah, very cringe. But at the time, he was like, "Yeah, dude, like this is hard, whatever." And then we started like chopping it up. Figured out that we both liked Yu-Gi-Oh and like Pokemon, and like kind of had like some common interests. And then for like the rest of that year, he kind of like I guess you could say like kind of took me under his wing, like just gave me
Wow.
advice and stuff, and we became like somewhat friends. And he was actually the one that convinced me to move out of Kentucky.
Really?
Because he told me that he was moving to Atlanta, and he was like, I feel like to do like what we want to do or whatever, we should probably go somewhere else. Because at the time, like, he wasn't what he is now. Because now, like, being from Louisville, it's like, oh yeah, bro, we have fucking Jack Harlow, like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
lit.
yeah, he's the
But at
name
that
now,
time,
yeah.
like Bryson Tiller had
I was
come out
gonna
of
say
Louisville,
Bryson, yeah.
but that was kind of
Oh,
the
Came
only.
out
really?
of there too? Yeah,
Yeah, Bryson Tiller did,
And
but
he repped Kentucky
he
hard.
and he did hard. But
I don't know how many people actually repped Kentucky.
That's the problem.
See, but
It was
Jack
only
is just-
Bryson
Where
and
is
Jack.
Kentucky?
Yeah, where is fucking time?
It's
How far
like-
from New York?
I want to say like 12 plus hours,
Of a
maybe
of a
13
drive?
hours.
Of a drive?
Yeah, of a drive.
No, John, a plane.
fucking
Oh,
plane.
plane.
It's going to Europe.
Plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't fly much, bro. I don't fly
much.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, he was just like, Yeah, man, I think that if you want to do like what we do, like you should get out. Like I'm moving to Atlanta, and I was like, yeah, maybe I should go to LA then, or New York. And he was like, you should go to New York, and I was like, yeah.
So how come like you didn't want to go to Atlanta or anything? Why was it LA or New York? Even though those are like the obvious cities, but still.
So when I was like younger, obviously I was born in Orange County, and I had lived in not LA, but a suburb of LA when I was a kid, and I kind of like was familiar with it. And then New York, like I had family that lived there.
Okay, cool.
So I'd been there before. Atlanta was just like it was
Purely
uncharted
brand new.
territory.
Yeah, I
I didn't know anybody. But LA and New York, I felt like I knew at least some people, like at least that I could stay with, or something, just to like get my feet on the ground.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'll pick like one of those.
Dude, shout out Jack Harlow, dude. That's so crazy. Cause like I remember years ago, like right when What's Poppin' happened, you were like, you briefly told me about him. I didn't know this story. So when What's Poppin' came out, sorry, we won't talk about Jack that much. But I'm
No, we can't. I've never like
because I'm so curious about like
publicly
when that song literally popped off for him. Was that like a moment for you of like, damn, like this is great? Like I was literally I've been cool with this dude, and now he's like a fucking superstar, which he is now.
See, it's funny because in 2019 when Pumpkin Scream blew up and stuff, for a short period I felt like I was like gaining on him. I was like, because I still looked at him as like he's like the cool guy from Louisville, so I was like, oh, like I was not like we're competing, but I was like, oh, dude, like me and Jack, like it's crazy. And then What's Poppin' like happened. And he just became such a like, I guess now like household name. I would say.
Literally, absolutely.
But I was like really happy. Honestly, he's mad funny, like good ass dude.
Yeah.
And I recently I like sent him this thing, this like picture of us.
Oh shit, really?
From 2017. That's like still on my Instagram, and it says 2017 gonna be a good year for Louisville.
You gotta send me this picture.
I think it's like, and I think it's like his like water fountain, which is like his collective like private garden, and like a pumpkin emoji, like plus.
Dude, that's crazy.